That helmet you just dropped $500 on? It might be completely useless when you need it most. As a motorcycle safety instructor who's seen these mistakes kill riders, I've spent months analyzing crash data to uncover the 7 deadliest helmet errors the industry is furious I'm exposing. The number one mistake is so controversial that helmet manufacturers are deliberately misleading you for profit. And if you're riding this weekend, you need to know this right now. Mistake number 7. The 5-year replacement rule myth. Let's kick things off with the biggest scam in motorcycle safety, the 5-year replacement rule. You've heard it everywhere. Replace your helmet every 5 years no matter what. Dealers push it, forums repeat it. Even your riding buddies swear by it. But here's what they don't tell you. This rule wasn't created from actual scientific testing. It was a judgment call jointly promoted by manufacturers and the Snell Foundation. Not from peer-reviewed impact data. The truth? In controlled tests, EPS liners still met energy absorption targets after more than 25 years. Independent experts literally call this rule marketing, not science, and no regulatory body actually mandates it. This myth is forcing you into unnecessary $300 to $800 purchases that could fund advanced training or better gear instead. It creates false anxiety about perfectly safe helmets, distracting your focus from genuine damage checks. Even worse, some riders delay replacing crash-damaged lids because they just bought it, the exact opposite of safe practice. What's particularly insidious is how manufacturers have successfully shifted the conversation from replace when damaged to replace by date, creating an artificial timeline that conveniently aligns with their sales goals. How much have you wasted on unnecessary helmet replacements? Drop it in the comments below. Instead of blindly following the 5-year rule, learn to properly inspect your helmet. Check for compressed foam, cracks in the shell, and degraded comfort liners. These are the real indicators that your lid needs replacement, not the manufacturing date hidden under a sticker. Mistake number 6. Wrong helmet size or poor fit. This next mistake is literally a life or death issue, yet most riders get it completely wrong. In a US study, a shocking 96% of helmets failed at least one critical fit check. Poor fit triples your odds of head injury and raises helmet ejection risk 7-fold in crashes. A fit error that lets your shell move just 1 inch at impact can cut protective performance by about 20%. Think about that. 1 inch difference between walking away or not walking again. I've personally investigated crashes where riders died because their $600 helmets were simply the wrong size. Most guys walk into a store, try on 1 or 2 helmets, and pick whatever feels pretty good. That's like choosing a parachute based on the color. The consequences are severe. Loose helmets wobble, amplifying rotational forces on your brain during a crash. Over-tight lids cause pressure point headaches, fatigue, and blurred focus on long rides, all factors that dramatically increase your crash risk. What most riders don't realize is that helmet shapes vary dramatically between manufacturers. Arai tends to fit oval heads, Shui intermediate ovals, and HJC rounder heads. Trying to force the wrong shape helmet onto your head is like trying to wear shoes 2 sizes too small. It might technically go on, but it's going to cause problems. The proper fitting process takes at least 30 minutes, not the 30 seconds most riders give it. A correctly fitted helmet should feel snug everywhere with no pressure points. I guarantee 90% of you watching right now are wearing the wrong size helmet. Show me your helmet fit in the comments. I'll tell you if it's wrong. Mistake number 5. Not fastening the chin strap correctly. This seems obvious, but the data is shocking. Riders with unfastened or loose straps faced a 5 times higher head injury rate in European trauma studies. Helmet ejection exceeded 80% when the strap wasn't secured properly. Let that sink in. 80% of helmets came off during crashes when the strap wasn't right. The consequences are immediate and severe. An unbuckled helmet becomes mere head furniture at speed. Zero crash protection. Wind lift can flip or twist the shell, blocking vision and destabilizing your bike at the worst possible moment. It's also a ticketable offense in most states, risking fines and higher insurance premiums if you get caught. What's particularly dangerous is the false sense of security a loosely fastened strap provides. Your helmet stays on during normal riding, giving you the impression that everything's fine. But in a crash scenario, the forces involved are exponentially higher. A strap that's good enough for cruising becomes completely inadequate when you're tumbling across asphalt at 60 miles per hour. The D-ring fastening system used on quality helmets isn't just an antiquated design. It's specifically engineered to distribute crash forces across the strap material, rather than concentrating them at a single failure point like many quick-release systems. That's why professional racers still use D-rings despite their slight inconvenience. The strap should be tight enough that you feel it when you swallow, but not so tight it chokes you. And that little D-ring system? Learn to use it properly. It's designed to stay secure under extreme forces. Mistake number 4. Using dark or illegal tinted visors. Wait until you see what helmet companies don't want you to know about tinted visors. The next mistake kills more riders than you'd believe. I get it, that dark smoke visor looks badass. But here's what you need to know. Visors darker than 50% light transmission are illegal for road use in most states. Police routinely test them with tint man meters during stops. Common aftermarket dark shields transmit only about 20% light, well below legal limits. That might be fine in bright daylight, but what happens when the sun starts setting? Your night or tunnel vision drops to dangerous levels. It's like wearing sunglasses in the dark. Your reaction time plummets because you simply can't see threats until they're right on top of you. Even worse, police citations can void insurance claims or after a crash caused by impaired visibility. That $100 tinted visor could cost you thousands in denied coverage. The physics of light transmission creates a dangerous situation most riders don't consider. As ambient light decreases, like in dusk, overcast conditions, or tunnels, your pupils dilate to gather more light. When you suddenly encounter bright headlights through a dark visor, your pupils can't contract quickly enough, creating momentary blindness that can last several crucial seconds, more than enough time to miss seeing that deer or car pulling out. Which helmet brands have screwed you over with misleading visor claims? Let me know in the comments. Mistake number 3. Improper visor cleaning that scratches optics. This mistake seems minor until you're riding at night with oncoming headlights turning into blinding starbursts. Those micro scratches invisible in daylight scatter headlight glare at night, degrading your vision exactly when you need it most. And the cause? Usually the cleaning products in your kitchen. Ammonia-based glass cleaners chemically weaken polycarbonate and anti-fog coatings. Paper towels and t-shirts contain tiny fibers that scratch your visor with every wipe. The impact on your riding is immediate. Halo and starburst glare lead to eye strain, headaches, and slower hazard detection. Damaged coatings fog faster, forcing you to crack the shield and endure wind noise or debris. Replacing a premium visor can cost $60 to $150, completely avoidable with correct cleaning. Most anti-fog coatings are particularly delicate. They're essentially microscopic hydrophilic layers designed to absorb and distribute moisture. Harsh chemicals strip these coatings unevenly, creating patchy fog resistance that's actually more dangerous than no coating at all, as it creates unpredictable clear and foggy areas in your field of vision. The proper cleaning regimen is simple but critical. Rinse with warm water to remove debris, use only pH-neutral soap if necessary, and dry with a clean microfiber cloth using gentle pressure. For stubborn bugs, let a damp microfiber sit on the spot for a minute to soften the residue before gently wiping. Mistake number 2. Internal sun visor problems and misuse. This connects directly to the dealer scam we exposed at mistake number 7. Most motorcycle dealers don't know proper helmet fitting or how to advise on internal visors. Those built-in drop-down sun visors seem convenient, but they come with serious drawbacks most riders never consider. Internal drop-down visors fog readily in cold or humid weather, blocking 30 to 40% of your visual field. Mechanism failures like broken springs and sliders are among the top warranty claims on modular helmets. The fixed tint levels can be unsafe at dawn, dusk, or in tunnels. Too dark to see clearly, but not dark enough to block glare. These issues create dangerous riding conditions. A jammed visor may leave you blinded by low sun or darkness mid-ride. Fogged inserts create blind spots, especially when shoulder checking for lane changes. Most riders over-rely on the convenience and skip carrying a clear spare shield, reducing adaptability when conditions change. The engineering compromises required to fit an internal visor create cascading problems. To accommodate the mechanism, manufacturers must either reduce the EPS foam thickness, compromising impact protection, or increase the outer shell size, creating more rotational mass in a crash. Neither option is ideal from a safety perspective. The internal visor's position, typically much closer to your face than the main shield, means any fogging issues are magnified. The limited airflow between the two shields creates a perfect condensation chamber in cold or humid conditions. Unlike your main shield, which benefits from direct airflow, the internal visor has minimal ventilation. Mistake number 1: poor ventilation setup and maintenance. The number 1 mistake that's killing your ride might surprise you. It's how you set up and maintain your helmet's ventilation system. Blocked or closed vents elevate internal helmet temperature by up to 15 degrees Celsius on 90-degree Fahrenheit days. Heat stress lowers cognitive performance and reaction time, increasing crash likelihood by up to 22% in studies. Inadequate airflow accelerates visor fogging, slashing visibility by 60% in lab tests. Yet most riders never clean their vent systems or adjust them properly for conditions. The effects on your riding are profound and dangerous. Overheating causes dizziness and slowed reflexes, undermining cornering and braking precision. Fogged shields demand frequent wiping or cracking, distracting hands from the bars. Excess sweat makes liners slippery, letting the helmet rotate on critical head impacts. Exactly what you don't want in a crash. The science of cognitive impairment from heat stress is well documented but rarely discussed in motorcycle circles. When your core temperature rises just 2 degrees Fahrenheit above normal, decision-making ability decreases by approximately 15%. At 3 degrees Fahrenheit above normal, reaction times slow by nearly 20%. These aren't minor impairments. They're the difference between avoiding a hazard and hitting it. Modern helmets use sophisticated ventilation systems with intake ports, channeling systems through the EPS liner, and exhaust vents designed to create negative pressure that pulls hot air out. But these systems only work when properly maintained and adjusted. Share your worst helmet shop experience in the comments. I bet it involves someone who never told you about proper ventilation maintenance. Addressing these 7 mistakes won't just make your rides safer, it'll make them more comfortable, more enjoyable, and potentially save you hundreds on unnecessary replacements. The difference between a properly maintained helmet and one that's neglected could literally be the difference between walking away from a crash or not walking again. If you found this information valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more motorcycle safety content that cuts through the marketing BS. See you in the next one.